With me, the host Matthew, and the moderator will be Konang for today. All hands ya. Since it's already past 5 minutes, biar gak kelamaan juga, I'll just share screen ya. Please wait. Okay, as usual, first thing first, let's watch our all ends intro. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Matthew.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the confirmation. Okay, so that's the intro, guys. Is Mr. Jing already here?
Not yet.
Not yet, yeah. Okay, we will wait for Mr. Jing since the next one will be his part, yeah. And kindly wait, guys.
Okay. Yeah, I think there's a bit of a hiccup just now, but I think Jing is already here. So okay.
Okay.
Silakan,
All
Matthew.
right. Let's go ahead and begin. Where's our inspirational speaker?
We don't have any for today, but we secured this spot for next week.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let's begin then. First thing is happy Eid al-Adha for all of the folks that are celebrating. Definitely, I can't feel it here at all in California, but I'm sure in Indonesia, everybody hopefully had a good holiday. Yeah, on the day of Eid al-Adha. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and begin. As always, we got some good news, or we got some bad news. But let's get into essentially what things look like at this point. So good news, I guess, is hospitality performance is stable, 82.4%, same as it was last week. So this is good. This is essentially the bar for super hosting. This orange line indicates actually that it's stable, right? It's not going up, it's not going down, so it's flat now, which is good. Stability is good. Something to celebrate, I think, is this. So if you take a look, this is June 19th, 2023 to June 18th, 2024. Our overall hospitality rating for an entire year is at 81.6, which is great, meaning that we have been able to keep an entire year above 80% in our overall hospitality rating. Now, of course, this we are aiming to get higher up to 4.8. That would effectively make all of our profiles super host. So that's I don't know, like if you guys feel proud of that, I guess you can show some love. If you don't care, then you can just look at your fingernails or whatever. Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. So this is good. This is essentially able to preserve our brand and our delivery for hospitality. So last all hands, we talked about revenue goals, and the revenue goal was partially met. We had fewer unbooked nights, low daily sales. Hospitality is strong from our last all hands, but the new amount of properties that we're managing is underpowered and lacking strategic intent. So basically, we're not getting enough new properties coming in. What's it look like for this week? This all hands, revenue goals are slightly off track. So we're not making as much as we should. Hospitality is stable. We are getting new properties, but not nearly as fast or as targeted as they should be. We should be essentially looking at more properties coming in, or at least higher value properties coming in. So my analysis is that we are appreciative of strategic thinking, but we have some problems in our execution. So let me bring it down to exactly where the problems are. There is some good news. There is some good news because we've been, for the past few weeks, been looking around all across the company to find where are the strategic bottlenecks that is essentially impairing progress for us to reach a semester goal. So that means all across all the different parts of the company, where are the parts that we need to take a look at as a company in order to focus on such that the semester bonus can be achieved. And happily, I found, with the help of the strategic leaders, essentially the two most important parts of the company that need to be fixed. Number one, we need to raise the conversion rate from meetings to MOUs. So this is the stage of business development where prospects are coming in through canvassing, through the work of Wayana, going out there and finding leads, through the work of Gani with Rehan and the rest of the marketing team on bringing in leads. So all these leads are coming in, and these leads are being approached mostly through Della as a community manager, and they're being brought into our meetings. We need to convert a higher number of them into actually deals. Now we get somewhere on the order of about $40,000 worth of opportunities a week. We need to get that number closer to 20,000 in order for us to start reaching our revenue goals and improving the overall revenue performance. That needs to happen sooner rather than later. And the reason behind that is any property that we bring in July can only assist with our semester goal for only July, August, September. But any property that we can bring in right now can assist for June, July, August, September. So any property that we can bring in earlier can actually help for a longer period of time to help us achieve our semester goals. Hopefully that part is clear for everybody who's a full-time employee looking forward to getting a semester bonus. Now, in order for us to bring more senior talent, more knowledge management, more supervision to enable this first particular goal, we need to ask for operation AI integration through pursuing a knowledge management first technique in operations. We need to be able to record and understand from our past knowledge what it is that is actually adding to more positive reviews and be able to reduce senior leadership time and supervision and their particular attention in operations so that we can move that energy over. Now, everybody has their particular goals in this company, and I appreciate everybody's work from top to sideways to whichever direction. But these are the two most important things the company needs to focus on in order for the semester goal to be reached at this point in July 18th. Okay? Hopefully that is clear. Now, are we strategically correct? I ask this question every week. Are we strategically correct? All right, let's just go by a look of hands. Okay, so everybody vote. All right. If you think we're strategically correct, put a thumbs up. If you think we're not strategically correct, put a thumbs down. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, strategically correct. Okay, Artie, go ahead and put your things up. Okay. Okay, so most people are optimists. Vidi's thinking about it. Konang's not sure. Konang's looking at it. Okay, so everyone thinks we're strategically correct. Okay, everyone thinks we're strategically correct. Gani, what about you? Okay. All right. This is dangerous. Okay. All right, senior leaders here. This is not good. Because if you're a senior leader here and your team thinks we are strategically correct, when you yourself know through our every meeting every morning that we're not, then perhaps the people who are doing the supervision and execution don't realize the urgency of what we're facing right now. Okay. And the answer is no. We are still a little bit strategically incorrect. And this is why. We have moved over leadership resources. Yes, that part is good. We have identified the roles and the bottlenecks, which I've shown everybody already. And we've collected data. But are we actually holding the people accountable for doing the particular work that needs to be done in order for the company to be successful? That part, not so certain. The new AUM is doing really well in terms of the amount of opportunities flowing in. But until we can get a higher conversion rate into the company in terms of how much we can actually add to our overall revenue performance, and we see that in terms of revenue turnaround, then it is still incomplete. There's still some more work that needs to be done. Hospitality automation and integration still lacks clear progression milestones. We got together some senior leaders this morning, and I asked half of them whether they could identify if the hospitality automation was making progress, and they couldn't understand. So I would say that this is not necessarily great. The earlier everybody in this company understands that we are strategically not quite complete yet, the more likely everybody will reach the semester bonus, okay? The later we go on with this idea of false honor, that we're doing great, the more mistaken and the more we will essentially see non-achievement, okay? All right, so we are making some progress, but it's not done yet. And it's only done when we actually know how to actually fix these two problems within the next week. Okay, hopefully that is clear. That's essentially the problem, and it will take everybody to focus on these particular problems, just kind of like in the back of your head. And this will determine whether or not the semester bonus and the semester goals are achieved. Okay, all right, everyone clear now? Yeah, no tricks, no whatever. I'm telling everybody up front what the problems are. We went through a lot of effort to find where they are, but it will take the entire focus of the company to try to resolve it. Okay, all right, so let's talk about a progression. So we showed everybody this a few weeks ago, and hopefully this is now understood. So anybody see any problems with this? Is this correct? Okay, well, not for Con. Okay, I know for Con will probably. Okay, Rayhan saying, yeah, that's correct. No. Okay, Shaylin says no. All right, if you think this graph is correct, if you think this thing is correct, give a thumbs up. If you don't think it's correct, give a thumbs down. I like how Krishna is like wide-eyed at it. Okay, ready? All right, Rayhan thinks thumb down. Okay, good. Okay, good. All right. It's funny, yeah? Everyone should vote all at the same time. That way, there's no bandwagon effect, yeah? Okay. Let's go to Della. Della, what do you think? Is this correct or wrong?
No.
Okay. No. What's wrong about it?
The confidence part.
The confidence
Right.
part. Okay. All right. Not quite the answer I'm looking for. Let's go to Shaylin. Shaylin, what do you think? You voted this down. Is this right or wrong?
No, it should be like practice first and then understanding, right? As per the
Very good. Excellent. Okay. Remember, in order to actually get better at strategy, we cannot understand it until we have some practice. So these two need to be flipped. Okay. So strategic understanding only happens after there is strategic practice. Okay. Sorry, the color is switched up there. Let me change the color back. Okay. There we go. Okay. Correct. Very good, Shaylin. So essentially, if we don't practice thinking strategically, we'll never understand strategy. Okay. So it does require practice, but I'll give you guys a gift. Here is a little bit of some help. Okay. These are the lessons that we have learned as senior leaders here through our experience of a strategic misunderstanding. So we'll share this with the entire company so that each of you can actually get better and also perhaps give critical advice to some of your senior and upper managers when they're following strategy correctly or not. Okay. So this is a strategic learning. This is recognizing the impact of character and courage. Okay. This is a very common strategic misunderstanding. It's a thing that oftentimes we get stuck in, and I'll explain, and you guys can tell me whether or not that sounds familiar. All right, here's the basics. At any point, any plan, tool, or system is going to be limited by the character and the courage of the person charged with the responsibility of running it. That means no matter how good the plan, no matter how good the tool, no matter how good the system, it really then comes down to the character and the courage of the person who is responsible for actually utilizing that particular system. The best tools need leaders with the courage and the wisdom to run them. What does this look like? Well, this is what happens a lot. The strategy is already clear. It's already pretty good. But we keep on adding more and more plans. We keep on looking for more and more data. We keep on making new strategy when in fact we already have a clear strategy. And it seems like we're just trying to like not disappoint, or procrastinate. So instead of actually executing and following through with the strategy, we come up with another strategy and another strategy. Or we build a great tool, and then we build another great tool, and then we build another great tool, but we never use the tools. This happens a lot. We have the most advanced tools of probably any company in Bali, most companies in Indonesia, and most companies around the world. Not a lot of companies are using AI tools. Not a lot of companies are hiring people who are specialists on designing custom-built tools based on large data sets to achieve the metrics that we do. Not a lot of hospitality companies can run on a very small operations team like the way we do, but we're able to do it. It's because we have great tools, we have great systems, and we have great engineering to actually bring this here. So the other problem is, let's say we have a great brand, but we're shy about telling other people about it. So we do good things, but we don't really celebrate. Just like earlier here. When I mentioned that over here, this, I don't know why nobody is more excited about this. This is really hard to do. This is extremely hard to do. We process what, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 guests a year. That's a lot of guests. 80% of them say 5-star experience. That's a quality brand. That's probably higher than most hotels with much more people. But we're shy. We don't seem to celebrate it. We don't seem to be courageous enough to say, hey, that's an achievement. That's awesome. So then we sort of are meek about it during the all hands, right? But these are the moments that we actually are looking for leadership. We're looking for courage. We're looking for people to practice strategic thinking by investing in the right ideas, by showing the character and courage that it takes in order to be a strategic leader. Okay, where else does it show up? The other place it shows up is we're afraid of making mistakes. And in order not to make a mistake, we get promoted and we do the last job that we did before we were promoted. In order to not make a mistake, we avoid using anything new. In order to not make a mistake, we hide our mistakes. This results in a lack of growth, and this results in a lack of transformation when in fact you already are doing the right thing, which is very frustrating. It means that you're not having the character or the courage to follow the right strategy, and that's a strategic mistake. Okay, the only solution in this case, there is no more thinking, there is no more planning, there is no more metrics, there is no more whatever. Once you have discovered that you are on the right strategy, then the only thing left is, do you have the courage to actually implement the strategy? There is no other answer. This is the right answer. So stop looking around for another answer. This is it, okay? This is not a problem that can be solved with more tools, more time, more systems, more whatever. This is just a problem that is solved by making difficult choices. So you're on the branch and you got to make a difficult choice. What do? Do you avoid the choice or do you embrace the choice? And by embracing the choice, you're able to step up and start acting and behaving more like a strategic leader. Without making the choice, no matter what else is done correctly, there's no strategy involved. Okay, hopefully that's sobering. Hopefully that's inspirational. And hopefully we all learn something from this and we can identify when this happens, okay? Because this is one of the key things that stops Bukit Vista from becoming the most awesome hospitality in the world, is this particular asking for more courage when we do need courage. All right. So what I'm asking for, in a nutshell, is being the hero. This is the essence of this core value. It's taken me quite a while to understand it, but this is the essence, okay? Let me explain what being the hero is not, okay? Oftentimes, people will say that this person was the hero because somebody else did your job. Somebody else came in when you were supposed to do something and they worked on your behalf. So you could say, be the hero. I think that's great. That's good teamwork. Perhaps that shouldn't be mentioned. Perhaps we should try to have some accountability for our own job, right? But being the hero means, did it take courage to do what you're doing? Was it uncertain? Would it be ridiculous for you to do this in front of everybody and look bad? Does it feel uncomfortable? Will people think that you're less popular afterwards? If you do actually do these things, I think that does take courage. And this courage is essentially what we're asking for this particular month. Okay. That's the core value of being here, is when something takes courage in order to change, in order to improve, do you step up or do you fade away and let somebody else do the work? Okay. That's it. That's the thing I want to explore. Okay. This is my end of the bargain. So my strategic commitment now is that now we have identified it just takes a few key people to do their job correctly at this phase of the company in order for the entire company to succeed. We've already identified the key bottlenecks, the key leverage areas. So now I'll hold the mayor managers and these people accountable to rise up and use the courage to take that gets this job done correctly. And I'm doing that for the benefit of everybody. I want the semester bonus to actually work out. Okay. Remember, there is no bonus at the end of the semester if we don't reach our revenue goals. And right now, at this point, there is still something we can do about it if we use the courage and take this understanding of the strategy to do the right thing. So this should be a benefit to everybody who's planning on earning a semester bonus. Who wants to get a semester bonus? Anybody? Okay, good. Good, good, good. This is what the company needs to focus on. I want everybody to encourage these particular points to focus on their particular things, okay? So my commitment is I will look at this as my particular position as CEO, and I'll make sure that these parts are going through. But as a company, we need to encourage, we need to hold accountable, and we need to put our focus on these particular things, okay? All right, thank you, Marcel. I hope so too. All right, I believe it. Now, let's talk about the semester goal. So we're looking to achieve a semester goal of $3 million, an overall rating of 4.8, and a 5-star percentage of 80%. So, as a result of reaching that goal, we're paying 5x bonuses if the company achieves the sales target and measured from April 1st to September 30th. From April 1st to September 30th, and the decision will be paid out October 5th. All right, the revenue goal and 2 hospitality goals, 5x. The revenue goal and 1 hospitality goal, 3x. With the revenue goal not being reached, nothing. Okay, let's just make that part clear. No semester bonus if the revenue goal is not reached. All right, that's pretty much it. I have this funny thing that triggered in. Oh, okay, it's because that's it. All right, so interns. If you're an intern, qualified interns will receive a $5 million appreciation bonus. 3 goals for 5, 2 goals for 2, 1 goal. Actually, there is no 1 goal. Here, let's get that out. Okay, that's my time, and I'll pass it to the next person.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Jing. I will pass this to the moderator Konang to lead the next section. Yeah.
Thank you, Matthew, and thank you, Mr. Singh. So I will moderate this meeting for now. Can you share your screen, Matt? So the next session will be hospitality revenue target presentation. Since Kayla is taking a sick leave today, so may she get well soon. This will get presented by Kak Dela instead. So for Kak Dela, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Konang. All right. Hello, everyone. So today I'm doing a BBW for Assistant Manager of Operations. So this is why I'm going to deliver the semester performance as well as the company team target and achievement. All right. So as usual, who can guess what property is this? It's always the one who assess the business plan, do the photo shoot, as well as the property testing who get the answer this. Yes, this is a rooftop art villa. And as you can see, because the name is art villa, this is artsy because there's a lot of ornaments and when you stay, it feels like art as well, yeah? So, all right, then Matthew, you can move to the next slide, please. Okay, I hope everyone is giving attention. This is just a reminder, as Mr. Jing also mentioned this before. So this is the semester target, and the revenue target, it will be $3 million USD, and the hospitality target at 80% and 4.8 for overall ratings. I hope everyone already aware for this because we mentioned it pretty a lot. Next, please. All right, then. How we're doing for the hospitality target and achievement. Let's see for the accuracy. Accuracy last week is at 83.9%, and right now we're at 84.2%. And yeah, it's an increase of 0.3%. Yeah. And then yeah, big shout out for the marketing team as well, because accuracy is work for Mas Hafiz and Mas Ganis as well, and the all over marketing. And then for the next part is, yep, check-in decreasing 0.5. Last week we're at 87%, and this week we're at 86.5%. This is also yeah, bad sign, because last week we're stagnant at 87, and then this week we're decreasing 0.5%. So I hope everyone here can pay attention to this check-ins. This will also be for hosting to keep on track of the check-in progress as well. And if you find anything that is actually need to be escalated, please let me know. Let Sarah know as well, because we can actually do something about it, and we can check up on what is going wrong. So next, please. Okay, for cleanliness, it's increasing. Congratulations, everyone. So last week we're at 80.6%, and this week we're at 80.8% as well. This is a good sign, because last week we're also increasing 0.9%, and then we're increasing again this week. So this is a good sign. And next one, please. For the communication, I believe. Yep, communication also, oh, not increasing, yeah. So this is a stagnant, so not the worst, but not a good sign either, because this is a stable one. But the thing about the communication, I think last week we're decreasing 0.2%, and then we maintained to be the same. So it's not good as well. So next, please, for the location. Okay, location decreasing 0.6%. I have to let you know as well, because last week we're also decreasing 0.5%, and then this week also again decreasing 0.6%. So this is not a good sign. And then next, for the value, let's take a look at how it's going. Value finally increasing 0.2%. Last week we're at 79.9%, and then now it's at 80.1%. Last week we are decreasing 0.1%, and yeah, thankfully this is increasing right now. And all right, so that is it for the hospitality performance. So to sum up everything, the current progress for the 5-star, we're increasing 1.5%. And for the overall rating, we're decreasing 0.0%. So yeah, that is for the current progress. And don't forget that our semester target is 80% for 5-star ratings and 4.8 for overall rating. So for the ratings, it's good, but we need to work on for the overall rating, because it's not achieved yet. Right. So next, it will be the revenue target and achievement as well. So we can take a look at how we are progressing right now. So this is actually the ideal revenue and actual revenue from April up until September, because our goal is at 3 million USD, and the current progress we're achieving about 1.5 USD. So the revenue left to achieve is 46.7%, and we have 57 time lapse, which is 104 days to actually achieve the revenue target. Yeah, so I hopefully everyone is already aware about how we're progressing, and let's work on together to achieve the revenue target, and yeah, so that you can get your bonus, everyone. Okay, so yeah, that's it for the update for the Airbnb dashboards as well for this week, and I'll give it back to Konang.
Okay, thank you very much, Kak Dela, for presenting the hospitality and revenue target. The next one, we will have weekly inspiration. So I've checked, and the first one will be on the Bukit Vista's mission is to inspire delight through hospitality innovations that positively transform our partners. The first one will be from Kak Raihan. So for Kak Raihan, the time is yours.
Okay. Okay. The first innovation is sales rescue from email marketing. So far we have been using email marketing to share information and engage with, especially potential partner who are in the consideration funnel. But we managed to invite Tony from Being Sun and Moon 2, who has been close lost to be able to start conversation again and entering contract review funnel again. Although this is still a process, but this is a good step of an innovation email marketing as a sales rescue. So I will kudos to Mr. Jing and also Pak Pres, Marcel, to encourage marketing to marketing team to do this effort. So maybe I will continue for the second, yeah, and also I will info from for stand side in Ubud. So during Weda and Mowayana offline canvassing to Ubud, we utilize that that moment to expand our offline effort. So we put up a stand sign on one of the busy street on Ubud. So hopefully this will be a good effort for awareness funnel. Okay, that's all. Konang, thank you.
Okay, thank you Kak Rehan for the innovation. The next one will be from Kak Nadia. So for Kak Nadia, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you. So this is actually a tool, a new tool that we just implemented, the Copilot AI as the AI agent on website to get more easier knowledge. So first thing first, actually I would like to kudos to Kona actually for his agility to implement the tool on our website. And the tool is actually really great because it helps the user to answer the questions based on the knowledge from our website. So we need to do more knowledge training to make sure that the answer is correct. And also, thanks to finance team, Wayan and David for helping paying the tool actually this morning. Thank you. And also, please try it out, guys.
Okay, thank you Kak Nadia. So don't forget to try out the Copilot. The next one we will jump into the technological innovation. The first one will be brought by Kak Ardi. So for Kak Ardi, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Konang. We announced the milestone iteration for 100 supervised automated for revenue projection process, but only 2 of 10 met criteria for 100 supervised processing. The main issue is lack of accuracy about ADR, average daily rate, that make fall short of the requirement for 100 supervised processing. And there additionally slight inconsistency about prompting result by OpenAI and something else. But Apollo has successfully reduced the revenue management team time spent on creating revenue projection document by up to 55% when creating such document generally takes 60 minutes. Thank you very much to Wahyu and Kabela for helps evaluating Apollo. Thank you.
Okay, thank you Kak Ardi. The next technological innovation will be brought to you by Kak Vidi. So for Kak Vidi, the time is yours.
Yeah, we've completed the second iteration of trace enhancement. This enhancement, the main goal is to do integration between Bigger and also HubSpot for the task of the prioritized property in the 3S prioritization. We've also added some other features such as the CSV and also property filter. Hopefully, this will ease the supervisor to manage all the tasks from users on the prioritized property from HubSpot.
Okay, thank you, Kak Vidi. So the last two will be brought to you by Kak Krishna. So for Kak Krishna, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Konang. So I have 2 reports, so I will just directly jump from one report to another. The first one, so for engineering report, usually our latest announcement just until the final production release and that's it. But now we extended into one last step, which is evaluating the user adoption in every tools created. So on the first image is Tinker interface, prompt debugging tool. It's a tool to detect suboptimal prompt for Gaia. The time for displaying the prompt is less than 5 seconds, so it's almost instant. On the second images, you can see one of sample. Please click on the images, please. Okay, this is the first image. On the second one, please. Okay, on the second image, you can see one of sample where Pandu is using the tool correctly as expected and provide awesome input for Gaia to boost the reliability for Gaia in communication. On the third image, please. On the third image, you can see Pandu create 60 analysis during 1 day of BBW. So for now, our goal is making sure all AI supervisor reach this level and will be evaluated again on the end of this month. That's the first report. Moving on to the second report. Okay, on the second report is new dashboard called Guest Experience Dashboard. I have attached the link on the comment section of this report. This is basically a tool to understand the current situation for guests on the certain time period. You will have a lot of visibility within this dashboard. You can get which guest has missed chat, which guest has contained unresolved complaint, which one has bad sentiment, which one is categorized as easy cases, which one categorized as hard cases. So you will gain a lot of visibility with this dashboard. So this will streamline the decision making and prioritization for guest experience manager and case manager as well. This is the first iteration. So we are looking for user feedback. We will show the user adoption and impact by the next 2 weeks. That's all. Back to Konang.
That's okay. Thank you, Kak Krishna. So the next session we will have company team target and achievement. Continued with company-wide focus. That post will be presented by Kak Dela again. So, Kak Dela, the time is yours.
Okay, you can close the presentation and then we can move on to the June target progress. Matthew. Okay. Yep. Do you need help so that I can share my screen, Matthew?
Yeah, boleh Kak. I'm kind of laggy over here.
Okay, it's okay. Here, let me show you the company theme, target and achievement. Yeah. So, hi everyone. This is Della again, and please pay attention so that you guys know how we are doing for June. So this is in-month target. Yeah. For the revenue target, we already know that the OK target is 450,000 and 500 for the awesome target. Currently, we're achieving at 378, 243, which is progressing at 84%. And for the 5-star percentage, we're targeting the OK target at 82% and the awesome at 86%. Right now, the achievement is 82.4%, which meaning that this is already achieved. That's good, but please jangan terlena because it can come down if you are terlena. So please pay attention. And for the overall rating, the OK target is at 4.75 and the awesome is 4.78. And we haven't achieved it yet, which is currently we're at 4.74. Yeah, the progress is at 99%, but still not achieving. So the only metrics that we already achieving is the 5-star percentage only. So yeah, what are our opportunities then? Until now, we managed to have 56% occupancy, which is it's 9% increase and 10% expired dates as well, and 3% maintenance, 3% owner usage for yeah, this is for me, yeah, but it haven't get changed. Okay, later we will update it, but we have 28% nights available to sell. You can see the data right here for June. So if there's anything that you would like to ask, you can ask the strategic team as well as the revenue management team for the revenue target and achievements. So yeah, that's all for the update. I will give it back to Kono.
Oh, okay. Matthew, can you try to share screen again? Or
Sure. Let me know if my screen is
okay.
laggy or not. Kelihatan kah?
Yeah. The next one will be company-wide focus by Kak Dela again. So, Kak Dela, kindly present again.
All right. So this is the weekly company-wide focus. Yeah, everyone can actually take a look into the page for more details. But let's just have a brief take a look at the brief strategic milestones, which is the PIUM to AUM, and we're enhancing the conversion by 1.5 times exceeding the target, increasing from 22,500 to 33 as 170.50. So yeah, this is actually the plans and more activities that you can take a look into the PAUM to AUM relocation. And I think for the company-wide focus, this is more into the updates, yeah, guys. So that for the
let me interrupt, Della. This
Yeah,
is
sure.
written in a way that is unpresentable for the company, because let me just ask anybody. Let's ask Dea. Dea, is it clear to you from looking at this what you should focus on?
For me in PAUM model is, yes, it's like a strategic charm approach proven and success. It's kind of like not clear, sir, but
No. Yeah,
I
that's it's not clear for anybody. So this is not presentable, Dilla. This is just confusing, and it's like showing somebody all the insides of a particular plan. Okay, so what this needs to show is just very simple from this point on. It just needs to show, do we know what the milestones are, and are we making progress or not? Not the whole thing. Okay, Marcelo Gunny, for we talked about this morning, but this just makes the entire company confused. Okay, so this needs to be cut down into just something simple. What is essentially the target, and are we making progress on it or not? That's it. Okay, just like the way that we have on all the other presentations. Okay, all right. Yeah, Della, you can skip this because this just leads to probably more confusion.
You can review this, and then for anyone that is actually having any questions for each and every strategic milestones, you can take a look into the strategies and you can ask later.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
so
wait,
we can
let's do this correctly. Okay, Marcel, I think this should fall under your scope as the president. Okay, so let's make sure at the next all hands these updates on the strategic points according to the metrics are clear and simple to understand. And then Della, the rest of the company can review it. There's no point in reviewing this. This is like, yeah, this is unedited footage at this point from a content perspective. Okay, continue, Della.
Yeah, I think we can move on to the next stage. Yeah, for Konang. So.
Okay, thank you, Adeline. Thank you, Mr. Ching, for stepping up. So the next one, we will have the core value recognition. We have 5, I think. Yes, we have 5. The first 2 recognition will be from Mr. Ching as the denominator. So, Mr. Ching, the time is yours.
Okay, a few things. Before I give a core value recognition, I'm going to give essentially a, let me express some disappointment first, okay? So this is related to overall employee culture, understanding and such, all right? When I asked people earlier whether or not they felt we were strategically aligned, a lot of you guys said yes, okay? But what's strange is the senior people who I have meetings with every day all know that it's not strategically aligned. And yet the rest of the company believes that we are strategically correct, which leads to, of course, disappointment at the end of the month when people get a 0 bonus, right? For why did I think I was going in the right direction when you as a leader haven't told me yet? So strategically speaking, this part, the company-wide focus, should probably be as clear as possible so that we can avoid having general miscommunication about whether or not we are on the right track. Okay? So I'm just pointing this out because I'm making a strategic observation here. That is led to more and more just disappointment. Okay, so for those of you who are participating in our morning sync up, about strategy. Take these particular moments as an opportunity to align the rest of the company to what the truth is, okay? Because the longer people think they're on the right path when they're not, the more disappointment we're essentially accumulating, okay? All right, so that's something that needs to be addressed. And Marcel, since you're pres, please take a look at that and make sure that's corrected by the next all hands, okay? We don't want to have any more confusion, all right? Okay, my core value recognition. Okay, number one, over to Della. Della, by the way, pioneered a new product at our company this week. So the new product was, we sold an investment strategy plan for 70 million, which is a new record. We've never been able to sell an investment strategy for more than 5, 10, maybe 12 million. So this is almost 5 times greater than any previous investment strategy, which opens up the possibility for Bukit Vista to go even more in the future. Can we sell an investment strategy plan for 200 million, for 300 million, for 400 million, for $500 million? And the answer is quite possibly. And the reason is because if you do a calculation and you take a look at the size of a big hotel project and you calculate how much time you can save from delayed construction or not getting any bookings, you see that just saving probably a week on a major hotel project is worth probably 300-400 million. Okay, so there is potential now, and there is actually appreciation for the hard work that we've been doing in engineering and data science and in collecting all these facts from everybody, from all the operations work gives us clues on essentially understanding how to give information and sell information to potential investors, okay? Now, this wouldn't be possible unless somebody recognized that there was an opportunity there, elevated it, and we went together as a team to actually then identify it and close this deal. I mean, it's not closed yet, okay? There's still a possibility that, whatever, maybe the buyer withdraws, but I don't think so at this point. So this is good. This is essentially what an innovation moment feels like, okay? We're finally able now to convert something that we weren't able to sell before. And that's good. That's good for the brand. That's good for Bukit Vista. That's good for all of you, because that means that your experience and whatever you're doing here is being valued. So that's great. So thank you, Della. That is being the hero. That's taking courage to understand that there is a new product. And whenever we sell a new product, there is confusion. There's going to be confusion about the price. There's going to be confusion about whether or not this deal will go through. But it takes courage and character to walk it through and get us to the point where, yep, now we know that it can be done, which is inspirational. Okay, all right. Next person I'd like to recognize is Matthew. Matthew I'm recognizing because Matthew is doing some upper management work. If those of you who come here have thought about, am I showing enough recognition for my colleagues, for my teammates? Well, Matthew's got your back, okay? Matthew might be a good example. Matthew's an intern. But as an intern, he frequently spends a lot of his time not being self-absorbed on his own work, not suffering from vanity, but really looking at his team and recognizing when they should be honored for their particular expression of values and commitment to innovation and their particular things. I think that's very inspirational. That's hugely something that should be honored. And that's something that is generally a habit that people who are, let's say, developing to become upper managers pick up. Matthew's developing this early, in a very early part of his career as an intern. So that's good, okay? That's an upper management quality. And I hope you continue to do that, Matthew, in the right places, because if you do, you'll probably find yourself going upwards pretty quickly, all right? Please remember, in a company like Bukit Vista, in any company, you can't do it alone. You need your team. You need to be able to understand what are the good qualities. If you only focus on your own work, your capabilities will always be limited, okay? But if you start looking around and think about what your team can do and how to essentially direct work to give to your teammates to essentially broaden their particular careers, then you are beginning your pathway to upper management rather than execution, okay? All right, not good, Matthew. Let me give it back to, is it to Della or to Kono? Kono, okay, back to you, Kono.
Yep. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Singh, for recognizing those people. Very worth it. So next nominator will be from Matthew. So Matthew, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Kona. And once again, thank you, Mr. Jing, for the recognition earlier. Here, I would like to recognize Utami. Lately, especially during BBW on reservation, I found out that Utami's effort in creating high quality articles and optimizing several of the old one paid off. Since on the last few days, I found out that some potential partners and guests who contacting us comes from article that you created or optimized, which is awesome for me. Thank you for the hard work, Utami. Back to you, Konang.
Okay, thank you, Matthew. So for next corporate recognition will be from Kak Kani. So for Kak Kani, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Konang. Good morning, everyone. So I'd like to recognize Konang for be the hero because Konang agility in trying something, something new needs to be appreciated. So in the morning, I just briefed him to explore the opportunity of a new tools Copilot. But then in the afternoon, he directly install it and just use it right away. So we know what is the plus, what is the minus, and then we do it the integration and stuff in just one day. So that's great, Konang. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Kak Gani, for recognizing me. So the next one will be from.
Let me double down. Let me give an extension to that story. Okay. So Nadia, I just listened to you earlier when you mentioned this particular feature as part of the weekly inspiration. So I tried it out and it doesn't work. Okay. But that being said, that's even better. Okay. Because when we try out new things, remember everybody, it generally doesn't work. Okay. But it takes courage and character to try out new things and not stop and say, oh, okay, let's, get ourselves stuck and not try it out. So I want to double down on that as being the hero. Being the hero, Konang, means not always that you have the right result, but you are putting yourself in a position that you're taking the right first step, because the first step is the hardest. Okay. Now, I'm sure we're going to fix it because we have lots of smart people in marketing and throughout the company. So we're going to get it to work. Okay. But if we had not have tried it, if we not had integrated it, then we would not even begin this particular process. So I'll double that too as well. All right. But the reason I'm saying that is I want to give context to this particular idea of being the hero. Being the hero often means that the result might not be correct. The result might not actually be what you had expected, but it's okay. It's better than not getting any practice and never understanding strategy. Okay. So double.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jing. Yeah, basically that AI needs a lot of knowledge management and we need to retrain it. So yeah, that's basically it. The next one will be from Kak Krishna for the nominator. So for Kak Krishna, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Konang. So several days ago, I encountered a technical issue that prevented me from updating Gaia knowledge from listing. This is kind of unique cases, but both Kak Abam and Ali patiently troubleshooting every side the problem, explored a lot of alternatives to find a solution. By that, we discover room of improvement. So yeah, thank you for both of you. Appreciate it a lot.
Okay, thank you, Kak Krishna. So since the limited time, we will skip personal updates for now and we'll go to the announcement from Kak Furkon. So for Kak Furkon.
Oh yes, so basically this is just a simple announcement because I heard that two of our beloved team members now are sick. The first one is Cynthia and the second one is Kayla. So I would like to make sure that to all of you keep your body healthy today. Not only that, because three of my neighbors in the same street are having a dengue fever just starting yesterday. So please make sure that you keep your body healthy, eat healthy, sleep well, rest well, and yeah, that's it. Thank you very much, Konang.
Thank you, Kak Furkon, for the invite. So don't forget to keep your body healthy, guys. Okay, so I will move this back to Matthew for the closing. And yeah, thank you. That's from me. Matthew.
Okay. Thank you, Konang, for moderating, and thank you so much, guys, for attending today's all hands. If you're not filling up the personal updates, then please fill it later, yeah. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you so much for today, and hopefully we all be blessed with our daily works today. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great week ahead.
Have a great week ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Stay healthy ya. Jaga kesehatan.